Hi, I'm Charlie and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I will be guiding you through a yoga practice which will focus upon the neck and the shoulders. This is a really common area in the body that we hold tension throughout the whole day. We might have some little aches and pains in the neck and the shoulder area, so hopefully this flow will help relieve some of that for you. We will begin in a seated position on the mat. So I invite you to come on down into Thunderbolt pose where we sit back onto the heels. If there's any issues with the knees and this doesn't feel comfortable, you're welcome to come down into a cross-legged position. So find what feels comfortable for you. And then once you've found your seat, begin to close the eyes down or find a soft gaze. And start to tune into your breath. Notice how the breath feels. Notice the sound of your breath. And we will begin our practice with 3 cleansing breaths. So on your next inhale, take an inhale through the nose. And as you exhale, release through the nose or the mouth. Another breath in like this. Exhale. One more breath. And release. And then slowly begin to blink the eyes open if they're closed. And then start to drop the chin down towards the chest. As you do, start to rock the left ear over to the left shoulder. And then start to drop the chin down towards the chest once again, over to the other shoulder. You might like to lift the gaze if that feels good. And then drop the chin back down towards the center, over to the left. Drop the chin down, over to the right. We'll drop the chin down and then start to bring the head back to center. This time, bring the left hand over the head. And as you do, start to ease the left ear down towards the left shoulder. Gently place the hand onto the head. So not too much pressure here, finding a nice gentle stretch in the side of the neck. We'll take a couple of breaths here. Breathing into the stretch. And you're welcome to stay here for the next couple of breaths. If you would like to enhance the stretch, we can walk the right fingertips out from the side body. Almost spider walk the fingertips, and you should feel an extra stretch in the neck. Taking a few more breaths here. And then start to bring the head back to center nice and gently, and take a couple of shoulder rolls, releasing some tension in the shoulders and the base of the neck. And then come back to stillness. Start to bring the right hand over the head. Begin to tilt the head over to the right shoulder. So place the right hand onto the head of the ear and then start to lower the neck down. So finding a gentle stretch on this side. Staying here for a couple of breaths. And if you'd like to enhance the stretch, start to spider walk the fingers of the left hand over to the left side of the body. And you should feel an enhanced stretch down the left side of the neck. We have a little visitor. Hello, Elsa. Hello. One more breath. And then start to bring the head back to center nice and slowly. We'll take a couple of shoulder rolls, releasing the shoulders back and down. This time, place the left hand on the outside of the left thigh. As you inhale, take the right arm over the body. Take another breath in. And as you exhale, start to bend the elbow, draw the shoulder back. So draw the shoulder back and down. Inhale, extend back over the head. Exhale, draw the shoulder back. Inhale, rise. Exhale, draw the elbow back as far as you can. Good. Inhale as you lift. Exhale, draw the elbow back. Then start to place the hand down to frame the body. We'll bring it over to the other side. So as you inhale, lift the left arm over the body. Big stretch here. Take another breath in. And as you exhale, bend the elbow and start to draw the shoulder back and down. Inhale, lift the arm over the head. Exhale, draw the shoulder back and down, almost like you're cactusing the arm. Inhale as you lift. Exhale, draw back. Inhale, lift the arm. Exhale, draw the elbow back and down. Good. This time, bring the hand down to frame the body. Take a couple more shoulder rolls, releasing some tension. And then begin to clasp the hands behind the spine. So clasp the hands together, draw the hands back behind the spine, and then start to lower the hands down. As you do, lift the gaze, inviting in a bit of a back bend here as well. So drawing the shoulders back and down from the ears. Really imagine someone's pulling your hands. Lift the gaze up towards the ceiling. Couple of breaths. One more breath. Good, and then begin to take another breath in. As you exhale, start to bend forward. As you bend forward, maintain that pull of the shoulders. You're welcome to stay lifted, or we can start to find a fold. So you're welcome to bring the head down towards a block, or maybe the head reaches the mat and the shoulders journey over the head. Couple of breaths here. One more breath. And then very gently start to use your core to lift yourself back up. Release the grip, give the hands a little bit of a shake. And then plant the hands down in front of you. Rock forwards into tabletop pose. So shoulders over the wrists, hips in line with the knees. And we'll start to find some fluid movement with the body. So move the hips back towards the heels, then over the shoulders. Finding this circular motion around the mat. You might even like to get creative and invite in a bit of a figure of 8. So doing what feels good for your body. You might like to close the eyes down here. And the aim of this is just to move the whole body. Noticing any cracks or clicks. And then changing direction if you haven't done so already. And then start to bring the body back to center in tabletop pose. Now begin to extend the right leg behind you, stay up on the tiptoes, and begin to invite in some rocks into the body. So we're just rocking out the hip, the heel, working through the hamstring a little bit, and we'll send the shoulders over the wrists as we rock backwards and forwards. So starting to create a little bit of strength here as well. One more breath. And then come to stillness. Start to bring the right leg through the body, but over to the outside of the right hand. So both of the hands on the inside of the front foot. Then start to bring the right hand over the foot, edge the front foot in towards the midline, pivot 90 degrees on the back knee, and then windmill the arms open into baby warrior 2. So the knees stacked over the ankle, arms are long and strong. Begin to pulse into the front hip. So a couple of hip pulses here. Still keeping the integrity of the pose in the body, but just moving into that hip crease. Couple of breaths. One more breath. And then come to stillness. Bring the right forearm down towards the right thigh. Send the left arm over the head. Take another breath here. in your baby side angle. And then start to bring the hand down towards the ground. As you inhale, lift the arm up behind you over the head, and then start to sweep the hand down in front of you. So making some big, big shoulder rolls here, opening the shoulder out as much as you can. And then start to move the shoulder in the other direction, really emphasizing this movement. Bring the shoulder all around you. The bigger the movements, the better here. So you're finding and feeling that mobility of the shoulder. One more breath. And then start to bring the hands down to frame the front foot, pivot on the back knee, and we'll step back to tabletop pose. Plant the hands down underneath the shoulders, curl the toes, send the hips up and back into a downward dog. Begin to pedal the legs, start to wriggle out any tension in the body or the knees from being on the mat. Take another breath. And then start to bring the knees back down into tabletop pose. This time, extending the left leg behind you, stay up on the toes, and begin to rock backwards and forwards. Rocking out some tension in the heel, the toes, the hamstring, and starting to build a little bit of strength in the upper body as we rock backwards and forwards. Couple more pulses here. One more breath. And then come to stillness. Start to lift the back leg and then begin to step the left foot to the outer edge of the left hand. You might like to help the foot along here. So both of the hands are on the inside of the front foot. Then start to bring the left hand over the foot, wriggle the foot into the midline of the mat. Pivot 90 degrees on the back knee and then windmill the arms open into your baby warrior two. Arms are long and strong. Start to pulse into the front hip. One more breath. And then come to stillness. Bring the left hand down towards, the left forearm down towards the left thigh. Take the right arm over the head, finding a baby side angle. Really reaching through the body. Take a breath. And then start to bring the hand down towards the front foot. Inhale as you lift the the arm towards the back of the mat. Brush the fingertips down. Inhale. And continuing to breathe as you make some really big circles with the arm here, really finding those rotations with the shoulder. And then start to move the shoulder in the other direction. The bigger this movement, the better. Couple more breaths. And then start to come to stillness. Place the hands down to frame the front foot, pivot on the back knee, and step back into our downward facing dog. So take a breath here, pedaling the legs, finding some movement. And then begin to lower the knees down towards the mat, uncurl the toes. Take a moment here, take a breath in our half plank. As you exhale, start to lower yourself down with control. Belly meets the mat, plant the palms either side of the ribs. Inhale, rise, baby cobra. Exhale, release the body down. Then begin to release the hands either side of the body. So just take a moment on your mat. You might like to place one cheek to one side. Take a breath. And then begin to extend the left arm out to the side of your mat. Place your right hand by your rib cage. So your right hand is by your rib cage, just here. Then begin to bend the right knee and then start to bring the right leg over the body and come up onto the tiptoes. So this is broken wing. You might like to bring the right hand in towards the chest a little bit more now that you've moved. We're focusing on really stretching the shoulder here. This is quite a powerful shoulder stretch. So going as far as feels comfortable for your body. Never push the body. And start to use your breath here. And gently ease yourself into the stretch with your exhales. One more breath. Good, and then start to rock the body back into center nice and slowly. And we'll bring it over to the other side now. So start to extend the right arm out, bring the left hand just to the rib cage here, and then begin to bend the left knee and bring the knee over to the other side of the body, staying up on the tiptoes. Bring the left hand towards the chest, staying up on the tiptoes, finding that shoulder stretch on this side, broken wing. Couple of breaths, easing yourself into the stretch. Not pushing the body straight away, but easing yourself into it. That's always the key with stretches. Couple more breaths. Breathing into the shoulder. One more breath. And then slowly start to bring the body back to center. Nice and carefully place the hands either side of the rib cage, and then see if you can lift yourself up through tabletop pose, and we're coming straight into our child's pose. So widen the knees, connect the big toes, send the hips back towards the heels. Walk the hands out in front of you, melt the chest and forehead down. Take a couple of breaths here. And you might like to bring the hands around the back of the body for your last couple of breaths in this pose, releasing the shoulders. We've done a lot of shoulder work today. One more breath. And then seeing if you can keep the eyes closed. Slowly begin to lift the head, place the hands down in front of you, and we'll meet back in our thunderbolt pose or a cross-legged position if that feels more comfortable, just the way we started. Placing the hands onto the thighs. Take another breath. And I then invite you to bring hands to heart center and Anjali Mudra. You might like to bow the head down slightly here if that feels natural for you. Take another breath. And at the end of your breath, gently blink the eyes open. And I would like to thank you for joining me on the mat today. I really hope you enjoyed the practice, and I hope to see you very soon. Namaste.